It's like, what, a week from Friday, Kai gets out of school, then Avery's out the following week, and I haven't planned anything yet.
Oh my gosh, you're in trouble.
And Debbie's here. She's going to help. Look, summertime means traveling for a lot of families.
Yeah.
I'm way behind in planning. And I know I make mistakes along the way, which we're going to talk about. Right. But you're here to talk about how we can prepare for that family trip.
Okay, so what can we do and what can Mark do to help making travel easier when you have kids?
Listen, traveling with kids is not easy in general, just so you can take that word out. But you could be more prepared. And we all make mistakes, Mark. I mean, you know, this is just my first year and a half of traveling with her, and I've learned a lot. It's been quite a learning curve. I would say first and foremost, print your boarding pass at home. So you're not like, you know, getting to the airport and you've got the kids, you've got this, you got that. You already have all your stuff ready to go in a nice little envelope or, you know, like one of those little zippy things.
You could upload it to your phone, too.
Upload it to your phone.
The phone
Which is even better.
Scared me a lot the first time I did it because I was like, oh,
I thought I was going to lose it.
I know.
I thought I was going to lose it.
Is it going to work? Right. Keep carry-on luggage to a minimum. I would say this right here is good for me, my husband, and the baby. That's enough.
You carry on?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. You don't want to be that person on the plane, which I have been many times, where you're trying to get the bags and you're knocking people in the head and you're like this. I'm sorry.
Well, you have the baby on your hip,
and
too.
And the baby, and it's embarrassing. And the last thing you want to do is just make a spectacle because you might get on the plane and the kid might cry. So you know what? You're already behind the eight ball.
Do you remember the first time you gave people sandwiches and money?
Yes, I did give them money. I gave them goodie bags and it worked. Listen, go ahead and use a goodie bag if you need to. Bring comfort items for the kids. For Alexandra, a blanket or a pillow that she likes, a little stuffed animal. Also, if you're going just for one night and it's an overnight, just bring one small overnight bag with one outfit. It's plenty. Don't worry, we live in a time where there are stores everywhere. Don't worry, something will be open in case you need something.
Well, Amazon will deliver it the next day.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
Okay, but what do we do to keep them occupied? I mean, really occupied.
Well, some of the biggest mistakes people make, first of all, is overpacking. One thing you want to do is pack enough, but not too much, because when you get somewhere, you might want to be buying souvenirs. Like kids like hats, they like T-shirts.
No, I meant with them in the plane.
Keep them occupied in the plane. Okay, what do you want to do? Exactly.
Yeah.
This could be very tough. It's very challenging, especially for little kids, because their ears hurt a lot, and they don't understand the rules that I'm supposed to sit in this seat when you're going to take off, like Alexandra for the first time. Mad Libs, coloring books. Small little things that will keep them occupied for hours to come. It's really unbelievable how just a few items will really keep them occupied. Bubbles. I know, Cristina, you're thinking, are you going to blow bubbles on the plane?
Are you serious?
I did it. There's nothing on the plane that says it's illegal as long as it's under 3 ounces. And the people were fine with it. It's okay. People would rather see bubbles than have kids cry.
Yeah.
You know, maybe overpack snacks. Underpack a lot of toys. Listen, screen time, DVDs and stuff like that, and iPads, and I'm not so.
But that's where I made the mistake because early on, before we had a lot of the digital, we had the DVD player. And there was like, you kind of go, what if they get tired of that? They don't want to watch an engine train. They don't want to watch this. And you have these DVDs, you have the DVD player, pray the battery doesn't wear out, and you pack it. Now with technology, though, you know, there is screen time and it's all tucked there. And my kids are old enough now, I send them to Dubai on their own. And I'm like, go away.
Yeah, but that's much easier for older kids. For instance, if you have little kids like Alexandra, for instance, her first trip when we were taking her to New York to be baptized, oh my goodness, she started to cry. And she wouldn't stop crying. She just wouldn't stop because she wanted to walk the whole time. She just learned to walk. And a woman next to me said, what is your child's name? I said, Alexandra. And she just looked over and said, the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water. By like the third verse, she was fascinated. So one of my suggestions is distract.
Or give them to the person next to you.
And everybody on the plane in my section started singing the itsy bitsy spider. I mean, it was hysterical, but it works. Really distract.
Parenting by committee.
I mean, what are you going to do? It takes a village. Sometimes it takes a whole plane.
Where are you taking your village this summer?
Well, I'm very excited. My in-laws live in Michigan. You guys know this. Yeah. They live in Harbor Springs, Michigan. It's so beautiful. It's about an hour and a half outside of Traverse City and 2 hours outside of Bay City, Michigan. So we're planning this trip in July. A lot of people think Michigan is, it's just snow and it's cold, but it is not,
I lived
you
there
guys.
for 4 years. I loved it. It was beautiful.
Kim Douglas was raised
Exactly.
very highly.
11, she speaks Michigander. 11.
There's their own
Sometimes we don't understand her, but she's Do you know there are over 11,000 lakes in Michigan? It's crazy.
Yes, and those lakes in the summertime are beautiful.
And you know what? They've got this festival called the Tall Ships Celebration. This is every 3 years, and I just happen to be so fortunate that's going to be happening when I'm there. This thing is so cool. My husband John makes fun of me because he's been to Michigan so many times. He's like, get over it. But this is such a big deal, you guys. This is basically like Pirates of the Caribbean. There are 20 ships. They do this every 3 years. It's like the Santa Maria and the Pinta and the Mayflower.
And are there pirates?
I imagine this is what Homer was on in the Odyssey and the Iliad. I mean, it's so cool. So we're going to be there for that. It's from July 14th to 17th. And another thing I'm hoping to visit, which is kind of far from here, maybe I'll do it in the next trip. It's a place called Dow Gardens. You're gonna
Dow Gardens?
Yes.
It's like a botanical.
It's a botanical gardens, over 110 acres of flowers. Can you imagine how beautiful that smells?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'll make sure to take lots of pictures.
I would
when we
love
get
that
there.
because I was going to take my macro lens. I bet you could get
Oh,
some
yeah.
amazing
Look how
pictures.
beautiful that is.
A photo shoot
that.
there.
You
Wouldn't
go
it be great?
crazy,
We should do a show there.
Yeah.
You know, Michigan was super cool.
Let's get finished with Hollywood
Oh
first.
yeah, and then
we'll
we'll take it
we'll
to
go
Michigan.
to Michigan.
I mean, Ernest Hemingway lived in Michigan for a winter and did some writing there. Mario Batali has a house in Traverse City. It
cooks up beautiful.
Exactly. It's a big kind of culinary.
Edible flowers in the botanical.
Well, I'm sure there are. I mean, it's 110 acres. There's got to be something edible in there.
Wow. And the sail. Wow. The ship thing is.
It's gonna be absolutely beautiful.
There's some great opportunities for nighttime photography there.
Yeah, I
I'll
know.
have to give
I'm
you
not
some
sure.
tips.
Please do.
Well, John knows how to shoot.
Yeah, and if Johnny Depp's there on one of the ships.
Yeah.
Look at that sailboat. Is he on the sailboat?
Johnny Depp might be there shooting Pirates of the Caribbean number 17. I don't know. Is that where we are at this point?
Wow. And the sailboats as well.
Yeah, there are all these really big old sailboats. It's absolutely
beautiful
stunning.
is that?
It's amazing.
I know a lot of
Look at
people don't think
that.
of
Look
when
at
they,
that. And they go all around the Great Lakes. Like, people don't realize just how beautiful this
What's
place
great
is.
too is John's been there. So
Yeah,
he
many
grew up
times.
at, we grow up and the ocean's so near to us, and we're like, I've been down there. But it's for those people who haven't been there before. It's just beautiful.
Love that.
I mean, it's really beautiful.
Would John think it was strange?
This is
he
it, by
took
the way.
me with you guys.
No, come along. It's totally fine.
He'll hold
You
the
just
baby
can't
for you.
overpack.